Hi Libra, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. But as we proceed, do keep in mind it is general for the next 48 for you, beginning around where you're guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. I do feel like there's going to be a slight struggle when it comes to speaking at certain points in the next 48, but don't let it get the best of you. But the overall message I channeled for you for the next 48 hours, if I knew what I know now, if I knew what I know now, and they wanted me to put that in quotations, feeling like there's a focus at certain points in the next 40, if not the whole 2-day period, on you now having a better vision, sight of what lies ahead, on why something happened potentially. Clarity, there's the potential for that to be flowing in the next 48 and surrounding it. Why did I choose to leave that situation, if not multiple? And you're now seeing it even more clearly, even if you thought you saw it for the better of your situation, you saw it in clear sight. Spirit saying there was more to it behind the scenes and that lied ahead than you could have seen, even if you're predictive in nature, even if you, and I guarantee you, are very intuitive. Spirit saying we protected you, okay? And for some, this I know how it worked out for me. Could have been spiritual messing with, and therefore something came to an end or just got delayed, and therefore that was protection. But I do feel like there's emotional expression in the next 48. Even if this is behind closed doors, it could be in regards to online content, with work. It could be when it comes to creating, developing, however that looks for you, when it comes to expression through music or due to music, when it comes to connecting with one, if not multiple people in your life. But I do feel like there's a focus on self-awareness in the next 48 and feeling a bit closed off, but then kind of open to the possibilities, to new options, to the future of an existing situation, all the meanwhile. And this might confuse people, but I feel like you're going through a lot within, changing as a soul, sorting through things, coping with certain ups and downs, certain imperfections. But there's a lot of positives in the next 48 and surrounding it, as far as something thriving and doing well for you, you seeing oneself once again being proven right as far as certain decisions, or one in particular for some, being highlighted. It's just like, keep trusting your intuition, okay, or start to do so. But it feels like you might have, once upon a time, if you were to think back in a simplistic, non-overthinking kind of manner, you might have trusted your intuition more than you thought you were in the moment. And this is being proven correct and worthy all the meanwhile. I feel like there's going to be a focus for some, potentially the utilization of certain crystals, essential oils, cleansing energy strategies. But I do feel like there's personal realizations if you look at the bottom of that card. And there needs to be a playful innocence at certain points. And if you don't implement this sort of inner child tapping in, utilizing, right, on your own, Spirit might push you to. There's a push to shuffle your music at a certain point, or watch some specific, they're saying youthful content or just funny content. And this brings out that playful innocence about your energy that's 100% needed at this time to, I want to say, heal, to potentially go through a realization, if not multiple. And I just feel like to lighten the vibe, lighten your energy a bit, because things could feel a bit heavy at certain points, and we can't have that moving forward, okay? At least not 24/7. Because I feel like there's a big shift in the right direction for you on the horizon, or potentially being sparked in the next 48, getting that push to take that turn, if you will. They're showing somebody going around the corner on a sidewalk, and seeing a lot of fruition and abundance just right around that corner, even if it takes a bit more walking to get to it, symbolizing effort, okay, to get to it. But anyways, I just feel like this is a 48-hour period where they're preparing you for busier days ahead, okay? You've done this before, something similar, but golden light, okay, golden light ray, talking about love and laughter, receiving and giving gifts, a give and take with the universe, with your spirituality, with other people. When you give, put your positivity, your talents to use, your gifts, if you will, if not one in particular, out there into the universe to help other people, to make a difference, to keep seeing something grow and affect other people positively. It's this kind of coming back to you feeling Look at that. There's a focus on what came to an end all the meanwhile. But I do feel like there's, again, this focus on what goes around comes around, for the better and for the worse. But it feels like there's a huge focus on the fact that you giving out the right kind of energy, the right vibe, the right intentions, putting in hard work at times in regards to that, and it's coming back to help you. For some financially, for a lot, I do feel like there's praise, compliments, a lot of love and attention coming through from online content, from people at a distance, from people who are with you physically, right? At certain points, if not fully in the next 48. But it feels like you are golden in what you choose to positively create, develop, and see successful in the next 48 moving forward. But passionate projects, naturally. So there's a focus on when you feel the most passionate and why that is. It might remind you, why you do something of importance. Bear with me. Falling onto the ground, the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups. I do feel like there's a secretive vibe about you in regards to a wish fulfillment. Is this a new connection? Is this a new job? Is it a new business idea you're going to or started to already put to use, get off the ground? Is it something completely different for you, say a different investment? It feels like this wish fulfillment is going to fill you up in certain ways that you haven't been feeling recently. More love, more appreciation, more rewards. Okay, I feel like for a lot drawn to the reading, there's financial improvement and more connecting on the horizon, which will leave you busier. Okay, but there's a feeling that Spirit's saying this wish fulfillment, whatever this Nine of Cups symbolizes for you, is going to leave you feeling more complete, even if you can't see that at this time or have certain doubts due to the past. It's going to leave you feeling more like a golden ray of light. Okay, let's keep shuffling. But it's almost this vibe where it's like, if I only knew what or saw things clearly like I am now at this time and moving forward, I wouldn't have stressed acquiring that new position, or I wouldn't have stressed over that past connection, if not multiple, or now hearing from that person who is meant to be this wish fulfillment for me. But it feels like this for a lot is in regards to something growing, or more finances flowing in once again. But they're also saying there's a golden vibe of wealth tied into that connection, if that's what it is for you. But there's more than one reason that you might not even be fully aware of in regards to why you're keeping this from people. Is it because you don't want them to make you second guess it? You don't want to share what it is, get that announcement out there until you see it, the beginning stages already occur, and you know it's not going to come to an abrupt ending once again, or in general? Is it more because people's opinions, judgments? But I feel like there's supportive vibes coming towards you moving forward when you do choose to announce or just inform in one way, shape, or form. But Spirit's saying we're informing you, tying into, once again, what you didn't know once upon a time and now will see quite clearly. 2 Death cards. I feel like for some, there's 2 different areas of your life where an ending came to be, even if that's meant to come to a rebirth. And say it was a connection and now you're meant to start talking to them, see them again. Even if that's not the one that's meant to last in the long run or be that wish fulfillment for you. There's a focus on 2 different endings and why these had to come to an end and potentially begin again, but for some, just in general, to make room to clear the way for better for you. Interesting. It's like sometimes you get so tied up in your emotions or just your feelings, the beginning stages or the continuation of a situation, even if it's a career situation, that it's hard to take that step back, push oneself to do so and see the bigger picture and allow for yourself to shift towards the new. And so again, that protection, that rejection or difficult ending, if again, multiple, had to come to be. For some, it may have felt like it wasn't an abrupt ending. It just kind of was you and this person or you in that situation going separate ways in a very ghosting or silent manner or just simplistic communication. Anyways, not to get too much into detail, it feels like there's an abundant fresh start once again that you're keeping on the down low, and this is going to leave you with abundance overflowing from your cup. however that looks for you. And Spirit's saying this reminds you your ability to manifest, your ability to co-create with Spirit, your ability to stay connected to the reality of what's actually healthy for you and what's not, or what will actually move in the right direction for you. Can I exceed my potential in this career situation? Do I actually realistically, intuitively see a future with this person? Or are there certain red flags I'm choosing to ignore or acknowledge and then deal with or accept because I don't want to be alone anymore, or because I don't want to or feel I can't wait for a new position moving forward, right? So there's this realistic sort of being honest, a very judgment card vibe with yourself moving forward. And as you see certain levels of success due to trusting your intuition and not ignoring red flags and viewing things with rose-tinted glasses, this proves why you should be trusting what you feel, what you see, what you know, what you've experienced, all the meanwhile, and making informed decisions moving forward, okay? It's a next 48 where it's going to feel quite powerful and very simplistic at other points, okay? A time where you're needing to recognize that you can handle all that's about to come towards you. And it just reminds you again why things have to change at times. Don't be surprised if you're feeling a bit depleted, so it reminds you need to go through some necessary healing before things pick up in pace and become busier for you, before you have different wish fulfillments leaving you with more on your plate. But it feels like your bold, passionate, they're saying feisty Libran way at times is taking a highlight. Your caring nature, you being a light for people to follow for some, or just to feel inspired by, and to be proud of all the meanwhile. It feels like you're making the right choices once again, but they're highlighting if you only knew what you know now, but you're finding out, or what you know now is purposeful and you weren't meant to know it before, okay? Trust your intuition once again. Things are changing, churning in the right direction for you, okay? Working in your favor, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll definitely see you next time.